Hi everybody, this is Adam Collingwood, Financial Traders Cafe. Hope you're all doing well and your trades are coming together nicely. We're very much in a downtrend at the moment in all markets, with a nice sell-off over the last week. So we've done very nicely out of that. If you are watching this video, in the future, then this is about day trading, very much about day trading. And I have several accounts, and this account that I operate at the moment is just a very simple day trading account to show how one can build up a very small account into something quite sizable without putting ridiculously large trades on from the outset and ending up blowing your account straight off before you've had a chance to really start to understand the markets and to start making a nice living from them. So the chart you're looking at the moment is the DAX German 30, which is the one that I day trade frequently, every day almost, and plenty of opportunities at the moment. You've got one here which potentially the DAX, it's been in a downtrend, but you see this line here, this is a level of resistance which is 11,889. So there's an opportunity to take this back down again. It may try and break through this level, but at the moment, if you look on the 1 hour time frame, what you can see is, look at that, very much in a sell-off phase. If we look at this on the daily, you can see here it hit a high of 13,559, which is back in January, and since then it's been selling off and testing around this area. This was the low test candle here, which is on 6th of February, which the markets felt was a flash crash. So you can see there's a big candle there that was from 12,678 all the way down to 11,690. You certainly don't want to be long when that happens, because that certainly will, especially if you haven't got a stop in place. So one of the reasons why you should have a stop. So you can see it's in the sell zone, so below my black line there. What we also have here is a death cross. Now that's, although we're day trading, it's important to obviously understand the dominant trend, and we can see that the 50-day exponential moving average is crossed below the 200-day EMA, which indicates a death cross. So you can see that the price action is very much below the 50-day and the 200-day. In fact, the 20-day crossed the 50-day right up here, which is back in, it's at 13,144, which is back in February, and we're now the 23rd of March, Friday the 23rd of March. So this week has presented some great opportunities to sell, and certainly around this area here where the price was trying to break through this resistance level, which was 12,374. So I was looking very much at that. Is it going to break 12,374? It tried a few times from the 9th, which was a couple of weeks ago. Tried, and you can see it's tried to push through, a little dip there, and again here, and it then just couldn't break 12,374, and then we just had this sell-off. Although the news came out to try and blame it on some news coming out of China. There's always some reason that they try and give, but the markets sell off because they sell off, and then the excuses come later as to why it's happened. there's always negative news every day. You can use any of that as a reason why market sells off, but we know the real reasons why it happens. Now we potentially here could see another test down this 11726. This is this was the 5th of March, and overnight we had a real drop again in the DAX. So I'm just going to show you a couple of trades I took advantage
Alert triggered.
Here. I just close that. That's an alert on Facebook at the moment. Facebook's been selling off because of the recent negative press about how they use people's information. So I've been keeping an eye on that, but that's not day trading. That's to do with I have a separate account, stock trading, so trading US stocks and UK stocks, but more end of day, sort of swing trading, as it's known as. So let's just have a look at this 1 hour. So
Alert triggered.
just going to delete that because I think that's going to keep going off. I know what's going on with Facebook at the moment. So here we are. So you can see this candle here hit 12,374, and this was on Wednesday this week, so 2 days ago. Couldn't break through again. It did try again, say earlier on the 19th of March, which happened to be my birthday. 21 again. 12,374, and it then bounced off there, crossed into my into the sell zone, above the line, buy zone, below the black line, sell zone. I don't necessarily sell immediately as it crosses through there, but I very much look at where the sell zone is, and you can see at that point it was at 12,295. So I'd been waiting there, and I sold. Let's just have a look. 22nd, yeah. So 12,287 was the sell on there. So small hinges, swing, big doors. So just a small amount per point. This is what the whole point of this video is, just to show what can be achieved with just a small amount per point. It's very easy to put 5, 10, 15, 20 pounds per point, but you've got to understand the leverage on that, and it's quite significant, especially if you're starting with a small trading account. And a lot of the people that I do coach will start with small trading accounts, and I want to emphasize is that you can build that up into a nice sizable trading account quite quickly with small trades. So you can see here, that's this point that I mentioned to you about. That's where I sold. So let's just go back to the screen again. So yeah, 12,287, and I set a target on that one of 12,078 because there was that was a major level of support away for me. So I automated this trade once I'd entered, which was here. I had a stop. In fact, it wasn't on this particular time frame, it was on a much shorter time frame, but the point is that it was in the dominant 1 hour sell zone. So again, say below this particular black line. All right, so we've got the support level here, resistance level here. So I'm looking at that and then waiting to see if it can break through here. If there's a breakout at all, it couldn't, and then it reverses and starts to continue its trend down. So you just got to be just patient for that to happen. Eventually it does, and then I'm able to make the trade, and was able to just take it all the way down. And there was where do I sell at? It was yeah, 12,078. So 12.078, which was down here at this point where I see this line here. So once it hit there and I took the profit, and then it just meandered for a while and then it continued to fall, which was last night, which is Thursday evening. And what I did is, as it was dropping further, I did some more trades to take advantage of that. I wouldn't look at the Wall Street one yet. I mean, you can see here, I mean, because with Wall Street, I mean, 24,795, if you're trading at, £10 a point and the price goes, a quick 300 points against you, which it can very easily, you're going to be £3,000 down on the trade. So small numbers, and they can still very quickly just generate some nice profits. As you can see here, that was a nice 395 pip move on Wall Street, but we'll have a look at that shortly. So this is still on the 22nd. I could see some further falls, but what I did was, in the meantime, because we can make money both ways, I did some trades here. So the important thing is you keep the losses small. You see these little small losses here. So 20 pip loss there, 24 pip loss there, 20 pip loss there. So you're not going to have, like, in your day trading, you're not going to have lots of winners in a row, because you have to get that exit quickly if the price moves against you. So in this case, in fact, the DAX did continue to rise significantly, but was very much aware that the market's been selling off. So you are going against the trend, and I don't recommend that unless you really do know what you're doing and been trading for quite some time. If you're trading, because it's a different phase that you're in when you're trading against the trend, you're trading. What you're doing is you're waiting for the pullback. So in this case, with the downtrend, it's pulling up, it's going up, ready for another sell-off again. So I'm trying to make the money on the way back up, and sometimes you can pick up another 100 pips on the way back up, even in the downtrend. In this case, I closed those trades pretty quickly. So there's 3 trades in a row there that were losses there. So 20, 44, so about 64 pips lost there. Obviously in that one, that was 200 pip increase there. And then what I did was, when it did start to sell off again there, 12.014, I took advantage of that, and what I did was I took some profit at selling at 12.079. 12.014 was the close there, and I had 2 trades running at that point. In fact, 3 trades running, which are these ones here. And what I did was I'd set limit orders to take profit on 2 of them, which were these 2. And what I did is I set a target overnight. I left the trade open with a stop in place for this one at 12.063 to take profit 11.946. The same with that one. Okay, so there was some nice. I sold at different points there. So there was 4 nice profits in a row there, which engulfs these ones down here. There was a little loss there. There was 10 pip loss, and so that completely negated the losses on these ones here. Okay, so the 22nd of March one, so that was yesterday, Thursday, I could see that it was continuing to sell off, but sometimes the swings can be, go 100 pips on the way back up before it does start to sell off again. So you've just got to absolutely have position timing as to when you're selling off there. So say the DAX is still very much in a sell zone, and we want to take advantage of that. So let's have a look at what it's doing at the moment. Okay, so now back to the live chart. and the time is 16:33. So the German market has closed now, and what we can see is on the 10-minute time frame, its price is still in the sell zone. And you've got this resistance area here, 11,945. So it's very much again in the sell zone, but you're always going to get a bit of rallying. I do see the price potentially selling off and coming down to 11,785-ish, somewhere in this particular territory here. You can see this is the line where the price has just been drifting down. On this this is a 10-minute chart. So this is here in the early hours of the morning. So price just continues to drift there. So potentially we've got in the region of like, yeah, about 11,785, and you've got S1 down there as well, usual thing that you'd have on your chart, your support one. So potentially it could hit that point at some stage today. So at the moment price is 11,883. So going back to the 1 hour time frame, you can see it's been resisted. It tried to made a high of 12,000-ish. Obviously important round number. And of course if the price stays below 12,000, that's quite significant for the DAX. So you can see this has turned into a high test candle. That was nice and green before, but it's started to pull back again. Now I've got some open trades here, so I'm always looking to add to these if there's an opportunity. In fact, there was one here to sell at 11,896. So you see selling there 11,896, the stops up here 11,912, so where that previous high candle was. You see it's just selling there at 11,896. It's dropped further, but I have got a few trades open at the moment. I'll show you how these ones developed. So where are we? Yeah, we've got that's a tiny little trade on, what was that, CBO, yeah, CBOE Holdings. So there's three, there's one which is just slightly in negative territory there, but there was a sell on the, so just pause this for a second. Yeah, so if we just come back to the chart and have a look at the 2 minute time frame. Yeah, if we go to the 5 minute, you'll see that the price would have hit, here we are, it hit my black line there, magic line, tested that area, the 50 EMA, the blue one there, so that's 50 lots of 5 minutes averaging. So it came up to that point, tested through my my own level of support there, which is 11,907, and then just got pushed back down again. Okay, so it's now dropped in the 1 minute time frame into the sell zone. And most importantly, if we go right in and have a look on the micro time frame, 10-second candles, you can see the movements here. What we're looking at is for the price to come back down to around this level again, 11,853. So if we're looking on this short, much shorter time frame, you can see that the price hit a low of 11,818 and then started to retrace and rallied 100 pips, sort of saying that you can actually buy, even though the trend is down, that's a new phase that you could have got in from 11839 all the way to 11912. Just got to be careful to make sure that you exit in case the price drops back below this particular level again. But it's a different phase and only should be traded if you know really what you are doing. So at the moment the price is 11873. So if I have a look at these trades again, I'll show you where my target again is. So the sell-off was on this one was 11928. The other one was a Wall Street trade, so 11928. And this one was made, I shall show you, up here. Okay, so resistance for the DAX now is 11945. That was a key place for it to keep testing. It's tried to break through that level a few times. It's been resisted. So what I was waiting for was an opportunity to sell the DAX, and you can see here my entry was 11928, which is just there, and as the price crossed through, you can see I didn't quite get 11930, but 11928 as it just crossed down there, and just you can see what happened next. It just continued to fall beautifully for me all the way down there, and that's the importance when day trading, just catching that move nicely. I tried a few times and then I just sold it off as it came down. Now the other thing is I could have sold up here, so 11976. So I missed that one because I was out. That's the thing when you're away from your desk, you're not going to see them all because you've got to be right in front of your screen to take advantage. I had to pick the kids up from school today. It's they're broken up for Easter for 3 weeks. Lucky things. But the great thing about trading is I can still trade no matter what, even if the children are off school, and I can still be with them as long as they're preoccupied doing something. I can still focus. I don't need to be anywhere else. So you can see this low point is what I'm looking at the moment, 11853. See if the price does break through, because that's the low point that it reached before it started rallying. So it needs to come down below this 11853 to continue its momentum down. So it's just there. In terms of the target, show you here. So go back to this 10-minute time frame. There we are. So going back to what I said before, I mean the target's down here 11784, so we're quite a bit off that at the moment. I mean the price is 11856. Quite remarkable really. I mean you think was only a few months ago and the DAX was at 13,500 and it's now 11860. So it shows what can happen when a market has been overbought. It can sell off so quickly. Just because it's been over 13,000 doesn't mean it's going to get to that level again anytime soon. We're very much in that sell zone, and certainly with that death cross happening, it's inevitable with the market going up so much over the last few years, especially since Trump became president, which is over a year now. So yeah, I mean this may not happen, touching this price for until perhaps later this afternoon. We're coming up to 5 o'clock UK time, and we do still see quite a lot of action on the DAX because Wall Street's still open, and it's the price action still moves strongly with whatever's going on in Wall Street, which we can have a look at now. So just to confirm again here, though, my yeah, so that 11928, I'm targeting 11784. Okay, so that'd be a nice little profit there. And I've also got that other trade open, which is at 11868. So that's come back into positive territory.
Alert triggered.
So 11868 there. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at Wall Street.
Alert triggered.
Now Wall Street. Has come all the way back down and testing this support level, which is here 23860. You can see it's just touched that. It's tried to break through that a little bit earlier. Now, although the price did drop below that, in fact it went as low as 23706, and that was in the early hours of the morning whilst the Asian market was open. And you can see it's just testing these support levels. The price will always, so important with day trading, is to know where all your lines are, where the price is going to hit a brick wall, where it's going to run into support, where your resistance points are. I mean, without them you're just trading blind. You've got to know precisely where they are, because not only do they act as target points, they're great for breakouts, reversals, because it's a key area, really key areas. And then of course it's all about timing when you're getting in, which is how I teach the different time frames to get in. So you see that how that's just touched there, 23860, and then it's bounced all the way to 23903, that quick. So let's just put that onto the micro. Yeah, you can see there. Look at that, it's very clear there. The price come all the way to 23860, tested it and gone back up. Now a lot of traders, they're looking at support 1, pivot, etc. Well, everybody who trades they're all looking at the same thing. You've got to have your resistance and support lines in the places that nobody else is looking at. Understanding they've just not got them on their screen. I know they haven't, because I've seen so many different traders' screens, and they haven't got the support resistance lines, trend lines in the places that they should do. And so, I don't know what their success rate is with trading, but I'm sure it's going to be problematic if support 1, support 2, support 3 are, they're just everybody's got them on their charts, so you know what everybody's looking at. You need to have your own ones in vital places. So at the moment I'm looking, there's 23860, looking to see whether the price breaks through here. It's going to give it another go, I think, and it tried to push through there and then it's come back up again. So let's have a look. Yeah, so that was earlier this morning, about 11 AM UK time. It just came through, and now it's come back just to test again. And of course, whatever happens on Wall Street is going to happen. Is going to affect what's going on in the DAX. So let me just show you the again where the entry was here. It's only a 100 pip move, because now that Wall Street's up to the 24,000 mark, the numbers are obviously much bigger, and I still know that traders are trading at the levels that they were trading at when Wall Street was at 16,000. It's now 24,000, so be quite dangerous when you've got high amounts per point. Okay, if you're in and out and you're only going to be trading 5, 10, 15, 20 pips or whatever, really sniping for profits, but you've got to move really fast with these numbers. So 24,006 on Wall Street. I'll show you where that was. You see here, as the price started to drop, it was finding resistance up here and then started to drop back, and it's quite difficult sometimes to just get, because the price moves around so quickly, just to get the number that you want. So sometimes you've just got to, if you're going to sell, just sell quickly, and if you miss the mark by 3 or 4 pips, it's not huge. When you look at the numbers, 24,000, 3 or 4 pips, less than what you wanted to get in at, it's not going to hurt you too much. Now, in terms of the stop, talking about pivot lines and where you should be plotting everything. I'm looking up here 24099 as a level that I would exit at. Now that's 93 pips the other way. Okay, so I could be in negative 93 there, but I'm okay with that because I have a target that I think Wall Street is going to test today, which I will show you. Yeah, down here, 23,595. Round there, about 23,600. So we've got about another 278 pips for it to fall, and I think that's going to happen today. So that's the reason why I'm hanging on this, and it will give me another it'll give me almost another 300 pips on top of the 100 that it's already up at the moment. But if it does, as I say, if it does come back up and test this level again, then I'm quite happy to lose 100 pips there, just £1 a point, because that's it's not a huge amount. So the reward to risk ratio is about 4 to 1 here. Okay, but it's got to break through this line here. That's the key. Just breaking through 23,860, and then just test somewhere down here. You've got support 1 all the way down here as well, so I don't think it's going to get that far today, but it could be wrong. So we've got a good 4 hours to go before Wall Street closes, so there's going to be a lot of action. I'll be keeping an eye on these trades as well. Currently a little bit in profit there, but as I said, this video is very much about small trades, so small hinges swing big doors, and you can really build up without going too mad on the trading account. The idea is build the trading account up, so once you're 10,000 plus, and then 20,000, 30,000, 40,000 and so on, then you can start trading the bigger numbers. So this is about trading small amounts. Start with a small account, and what I'm going to do is everything's recorded as well, so all my trading results you'll be able to see as to how you can build up that small trading account. So this is very much for people that are maybe struggling with trading, or beginners. Don't be too phased about not putting on too much per point. £1, £2, even £3 per point is enough if you're starting, and you're not risking in any more than 2% of your trading account on any particular trade. So can see, you're always going to get these losing trades, but you're going to get the winners in there as well, especially when you're setting the targets. These little ones today actually were were quickly closed for only a small, well, in fact not a small loss, but small small profit. And then the whole point is you cut your losses short, small losses and big gains, and the big gains can certainly add up. And these two in yesterday are quite nice ones, so that's 800 there. So yeah, that's another 235. So you can see, you add them up, and that's how you build a small account up. And then with these ones here as well, I'll show you the results of those as well as they come through. These three here, especially, so that Wall Street. Let's just have a quick look at Wall Street again. Yeah, you can see that it's still hovering around that major support of 23,860. So that's the key. It's just got to break through there. So we'll look at that. These small candles in 10 seconds. Yeah, so you can see it very clearly there. So we need some nice red candles just pushing all the way through there. So one thing you're never going to be able to do is is will the candles to move in your direction. They'll do precisely what they want to do. So no point in willing anything. It's all about strategy, patience, and never panicking at all. Always being in complete control of what you're doing. Bearing in mind this is spread betting stocks, or in this case Wall Street or the DAX, and the markets are going to move very fast sometimes, and yeah, I'm seeing a bit more of a sell-off, which is the reason why these trades are going to continue to remain open. I do see the price coming and breaking below this 23,860, and say I want to just show you again, because you can see this is live as I'm talking. It's 4:56 that I'm looking for the price to come down and maybe 23,600. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in a limit order here. So open price was 24,006, and I'm just going to edit that and put in a limit level there, about 23,605. Okay, so a little bit above the 600 there. So that would give a nice 400 pip profit there. Okay, so that's just instructing IG to take the profit. Submit. Okay. Close that. Yeah. So you can see that's there now, 23,604. At the moment it's 130 pips to the good, and the DAX, yeah, that one's still back into nice positive territory, and this little one at the top there. So at the moment it's about 260, yeah, almost 300 profit there. So say little trades, just only little trades. You can see the different points. Don't have to buy or sell at £10 a point. You can add to trades at different points. So here, add in at 11,868, 11,928. Look, yeah, it's really trying to get through, but we'll see. Oh, that's the other thing I needed to do, was just show you the stop that I need to put in there. So so 24,100 it was. So let's just go back, put the stop in here. Now the reason why I'm doing this is because I have to leave my trading desk. So need to just put that stop in there at 24. 24,100. So there's a stop there, 94 pips stop. So that just protects me because I can't stay at my screen. So what I never will do is leave any trade open without a stop there, because you just never ever know something could happen. So always
Alert triggered.
Okay, so there we are. So there's an alert there telling me something.
Alert triggered.
Yeah, there's a stop there. So you can see it's a 94.
Alert triggered.
So I'd lose £94, 94 times 1. And profit potentially here is 400 in total, 400 pips. And what I do need to do as well is let's see if that's breaking through now. Looks, yeah, it's testing it again. Give it a real go. 23,860. Will it break through? See, that's the other thing, is that I could, if I wanted to, take profit here because it's testing a major level of support, and that would be, there's no harm at all in taking profit there. A good place to take profit at 23,860. It's just that I think that there's more to come on Wall Street, and I want to milk it as much as possible, and I'm prepared to.
Alert triggered.
Yeah, 96 pips there. So that's just. I always have alarms set up, so you can see here 23,862. So I'm going to delete that now. The reason why I've got it there is because it tells me that the price. So if I don't know, if I'm away from my desk, I've got this on loudspeaker, so I know that the price is hit. It's like a foghorn, alert triggered. So it's really loud, so I can hear what's going on, and I have those set up in all different places. So let's just have a look at the. So look at that DAX trade as well. Yeah, I mean it's 11,861 at the moment, and of course with Wall Street falling, this is what will, that will drag the DAX down with it. This is what I'm looking at here. This 11,819 territory. So the price did drop. Yeah, it did drop to 11,825. That was earlier. So I'm looking again. I think with the DAX, that could probably, if Wall Street does drop significantly, we could see the DAX come all the way back down here to 11,743 at support 1. But this low point here, 11,816, what I'm going to do, so I've got the 2 trades open there. What I do is I'd set targets at different points so that I'm taking profits. So it's got a much better chance of the DAX falling to test this level again here, 11,819. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set one of these to take 11,819 profit. Okay, there we are, 11, in fact 821. I always like to put it just slightly above a previous low. So limit there, 11,821. So that would give me over 100 pips profit there. Okay, so I'm just going to submit that. So IG no. What I'd like them to do, which is to bank profit. And in fact, this is what happened with these trades here. So you can see that one. I do have a diary of trades, which is really important, and so that does automatically plot in there the trades that you make. And so this one that I sold at 12.063, I put in a limit order to take profit 11,946, so automatically banked that, and I left that one open overnight. Whereas this one, the 12.079, I took the profit here, so I only took it at 12.014. So I could have left it running and I'd have got more money there. What I did is I left one running to bank profit 11,946 along with this one, and then the 12.014, this one 12.079, I banked at 12.014. So I'm taking some of the profits there. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. So yeah, it's just, see the price has just come back up again, and that's just literally because it is the Wall Street is finding support at that level. I mean, it is a real key level of support here at 23,860. So that's the reason why the DAX has gone up as well. So this is the thing: if you've got a sell trade running on Wall Street, and you've got the other two, like I have on the DAX, selling, then it's pretty obvious that if the Wall Street goes up, so will the DAX. So we've just got to bear that in mind. So yeah, 23,860. See how quickly it moves. You know, it's just a short period from 23,860 up to 23,941. So yeah, that's Wall Street these days. Big moves. So be very careful if you're doing very large trades. Yeah, say Wall Street can move 100-200 pips so quickly, and on trades of 10-20 pounds per point, that could be quite devastating if you're trading the wrong way. I think certainly, well, definitely if you've got a small trading out and you don't want to blow it up straight away, do the smaller trades and take some losses when you need to, and it doesn't hurt you so much if you have to take a loss. But it would if you're trading at the higher amounts per point. Everybody wants to have make a lot of money straight off, but the downside to that, don't be too impatient, because otherwise you could get burnt very quickly. So I will. Time is 5:07 now, so I will let you know what happens with these particular trades. Okay, so I'm signing off now. Okay, to see what happened next, you just need to make sure you watch part 2 of these DAX and DOW trades for the 23rd of March 2018 as part of this ongoing training. Hope you enjoy.